Hey guys, it's Bob from Flame Boss. It's a beautiful January day here in Orlando at Flame Boss HQ. And today we are going to cook and demonstrate and show you guys exactly what you need to do to create the best wings for your Super Bowl get together. Today with us, and I'm grateful to see my old friend Trace Scarborough from Thunderbird. We are going to do Thunderbird wings today.
So the keys to making Thunderbird wings I'm going to show you guys today. We're going to be cooking on the big green egg. We're using the Flame Boss 500. We're going to be cooking with pecan wood on top of our lump charcoal. And we're going to use early bird brine. I'm going to show you guys how to brine your wings in early bird. And then we're going to season them up with chicken scratch, and we're going to be using the fiery hot version of chicken scratch today. So come on, let's get going.
Let's do it.
So now I'm showing you guys how to make the early bird brine for our wings that we're going to be cooking tomorrow. We're brining about 16 hours ahead of cook time. So you don't want to have a gap where your wings are brined and then you have to take them out of the brine and set them aside because they're going to be still brining to a degree. So you want to take them right out of the brine and season them and get them on your grill. So this is the early bird brine. We're going to use half of this bottle, which actually equals 1 cup. And I just have a half bottle left in here right now, so I'm just going to be emptying the whole thing in there. But first we have to get our 1.5 quarts of water boiling so that we can dissolve the brine in the boiling water. So this is the last of my 6 cups of water, 1.5 quarts. I'm just adding this to the pot, and we've got this on boil. And I'm going to cover it, and we'll come back to you in just a minute. So our water's boiling, and I'm going to add the promised half container of early bird right in there, just like that. And now I'm just going to whisk to dissolve the sugar and salt. So now that the brine's dissolved in the hot water, we're going to pour it over 3 quarts of ice to cool it down rapidly and to make the brine food safe so we can add our raw chicken right into it. Whisk to cool it down. So now that the brine is cold and ready to go, I'm just going to add all of these wings to the brine container. And as you can see, I love to use jumbo whole wings, as big as you can find. They just work out to be juicier in a smoking setting like we're doing rather than grilling, because we're going for a lot of time on the smoke. So as you can see, making early bird brine is a pretty simple process. Now we're just going to put this away in the refrigerator to keep it cold for 16 hours. Alternately, you could have a cooler that you stick the container, whatever container you have, into, and just surround it and cover it with ice, and you'll be good to go. So for Thunderbird wings, the smoke is critical. In fact, the saying around Thunderbird is the wood makes them good. So the wood has always played a really important part in the taste of Thunderbird wings and thighs. Here's our pecan wood. I really just cook with pecan. This is about how much you want to have in your egg when you make Thunderbird wings. So we're just going to add these to the already established fire we've got going in here on the charcoal, and then stabilize the egg and get it up to our 250 temperature. So we've got our 16-hour brined wings here, and I'm just going to take them straight out of the brine and put them on our disposable cutting board that I brought. Now we're going to go ahead and season the wings with this chicken scratch fiery hot I told you guys about. And I don't go too heavy with this, but about like this. And we're gonna season both sides. So I'm just going to give them a quick flip here, and we'll get seasoning on the other side. That's about all you need. The difference between chicken scratch and chicken scratch fiery hot is fiery hot has more habanero. But I would not say that fiery hot is like amazingly hot. I would just say that it's like a little amped up version of chicken scratch. Now we're gonna put our wings on the egg. And I like to place the wings, I call this face side. I like to place it face side down for the first part of the cook because we're gonna be flipping these halfway through. And I like for them to finish face side up. So we're gonna stop there because we don't want the wings to be outside of the plate setter because those wings would be cooking direct and not indirect. So just keep that in mind. You don't wanna be out that extra couple of inches. But just know that we're gonna be flipping the wings, and so you will want to have access to all of the wings so that we can do the flip.
Hey guys, we're back. We're about halfway through the day. Trace is about to flip his wings and take a look and see what's on the other side. But I wanted to take a minute, besides the progress we're making, talk about what we're using here today. First of all, look, it isn't Thunderbird Wings without Trace's Thunderbird products, like chicken scratch. Today we're using Fiery Hot, his killer Whitebird sauce, which I love so much too. This big green egg has been locked in all day, straight up at 250 with our Flame Boss 500 smoker controller. It's also monitoring temperature of that wing. On the other grill we had set up, you saw earlier, we're using our brand new Flame Boss Wi-Fi thermometer, 4-probe capable Wi-Fi enabled thermometer that you can also read on your app, just like the Flame Boss controllers. That's just come out in the last couple of months, and it's great if you're just wanting to monitor temperature instead of using a controller, or if you have a grill where you're not using a smoker controller, like a pellet grill, for example, or even a gas grill, or just any other kind of charcoal grill where you're not using control, but you want to know what's going on temperature-wise. Great item to have. Also works terrific in the kitchen. You should pick one up. Trace, how are we doing with those wings? You think they're about ready to flip?
I think we need to get into it.
All right, cool.
So it's been about an hour and a half, and the Flame Boss 500 has kept our temperature locked in perfectly. Haven't had to worry about it at all. It's just a nice thing to have peace of mind with that. These wings need to be flipped at an hour and a half, like I told you earlier. So that's what we're doing now. Even though we're in a ceramic grill, the skin doesn't render the same on both sides. So it's just nice to give them a flip. And there we go. Now we're gonna probably go another hour at least before we look at these, maybe even an hour and a quarter, depending on how big your wings are. They may take longer or shorter than these. We're at the 3-hour mark. So we're going to open this, and I'm going to do the final magical touch that I like to do, which is drizzling honey on the wings for the final few minutes that they're going to be on here. So I like to get just a little bit of honey on each one, like so. And then we're just going to let it finish up for about 10 more minutes. Now's the moment we've all been waiting for. Delicious, juicy, crisp-skinned Thunderbird wings. All in all, these took about 3 hours. If you have smaller wings, as I mentioned earlier, they might be more like 2.5 hours. And what I'm going for, because the chicken will be done long ago, I just keep cooking them until the color of the skin and the crispiness is there. Because especially with the brining, the meat is still going to be really, really tender and juicy regardless. So there we have it. Now to get down to eating. I'm gonna plate up a few wings. We're gonna add a little bit of Whitebird sauce on here. This is my Alabama white sauce that has a little bit of chipotle and adobo in it.
Time to try them. Trace's Thunderbird Wings right here at Flame Boss HQ. So excited. Perfect. So good. Juicy. Trace, thanks so much for joining us today, man. We enjoyed it a lot. Thanks, guys. If you have any more questions, visit Trace's website, thunderbirdwings.com, flameboss.com. You can always email us at support@flameboss.com or give us a call right here at Flame Boss HQ, 800-978-9078. Go see your Flame Boss and your Thunderbird dealers out there. Those people in the brick and mortar stores would love to see you. You guys have a great day. Enjoy your Super Bowl. Stay safe, and we'll see you again soon.